Welcome to a new Pimp My Shed. I'm excited that you're here joining me today because I have a lot to show you. Now, I didn't take the time to do time lapses. I really should start doing that, but I wanted to get everything done as quick as possible, and I made good timing. This only took like a day or two to kind of get done, and there were a lot of changes, so I'm just going to quickly walk you through, show you some of the things, and talk about what needs to be done next. Once I get those few things done, I will be doing an official shed tour, and I am definitely excited about that because it's been a long time coming. I get so many requests for it, but stay tuned for that video. Should be coming out hopefully in the next few weeks. I don't know, maybe sooner than that. We'll see. By the way, I'm using a new microphone, so I probably sound pretty decent like this, but when I point it the other way, hopefully I don't sound super far away. But yeah, hopefully that's not the case. So right off the bat, you're probably noticing a lot of differences, and I'm so excited about a lot of these. So let's dive right into it. The first thing I'm going to talk about are the new bookcases, which I think look a lot better than these shelves. Now, I love these shelves. I think they look great. They're really, really nice, but I think for what I'm doing, the bookcases work a lot better because it kind of makes it easier for me to display all the things I love. So like up here, we got some Disney stuff. I always get hate for loving Disney, but I don't care. I love Disney, and I'm gonna be there in like 2 weeks. We got some cool stuff right here, more Disney stuff, and this is storage. That's what I like. There's more storage. I needed storage in the shed, and I finally got it, and that's Babe. Yeah, I might put you over there, but for now, Babe, just wait. Of course, we got the Signum up there. We got some of my Star Wars pop vinyls, which if you guys know anything about me, I love Star Wars and I love pop vinyls, so I like that. And sorry, Princess Leia. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean General Leia. We got some other stuff like my old mixer, man, it's alright. You did your job. Other stuff like my first cameras, other stuff. Oh my god, Barbie again, what the fuck? Now you guys, if you watch the last Pimp My Setup, you know about that, but just let them do their thing, you know? So yeah, this piece of furniture. If you watched the last episode of Pimp My Setup, it wasn't there. It was just put up. And yeah, it works great. Now, I might lower the table so you could see it a little bit better, but I could finally like lay stuff there, and I think it will look really, really good. And what's really great about this is all of the storage I get. Oh, I love it. Like I said, I really need storage space, so this is great. So much room for activities. But yeah, I like it, and it's super nice, and it matches. And it almost fit perfectly. This was an afterthought, and it almost fit perfectly. So I am very happy with that. Now the next thing you might notice is this backsplash, or whatever you want to call it, the paneling, the adhesive tiles. That's really all they are. They're just adhesive tiles. I have a few extra, some over there. And yeah, I just kind of put them up here. From far away you can't really tell, but they are stapled in just to kind of keep them there. Because it might fall down if I just, you know, left it to the adhesive. But I just kind of put it in this spot. Super cheap. It was $20 for a pack of 30. Didn't even use all of them, and I think it looks great. It just gives it a little bit of spice without being too overwhelming. And once I have some stuff on the top of that piece right there, I think it's going to look perfecto. Now the next thing you might notice is, of course, yeah, that TV is definitely not the same TV. Yeah, that's a 50-inch, and definitely a good upgrade. I needed a bigger TV to kind of fill that space, and I think that works perfectly. Now, warning, it is a Westinghouse, which if you guys know anything about TVs, you know Westinghouse isn't really the best brand ever. But I didn't really plan on upgrading the TV, and then I saw the price for this, and I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that. And it's cheap enough to where if it ever does break down the road, you know, you just get another one. It's not a big deal. Plus, I'm gonna put some masking tape over it, and it's gonna be fine. But I've already tried it out and used it in the last Pimp My Setup. The quality's great. I mean, I'm not looking for anything crazy. Most of the time, it's just gonna be displaying static images anyway, so not too worried about that. Now, you may be wondering, Matt, what did you do with the other TV? Well, good question, person. Check it. It's right here, and it's just gonna sit here forever. Take that, TV! It's what you get for being too small! The TV is actually gonna be mounted up there, which is super exciting because when I'm sitting here, I can see who's on the Skype call. So if I'm doing Pimp My Setup, I can see the co-host by looking at that TV right there. So I'm excited about that. That's going to be perfect because as of right now, I don't see how the co-host actually looks during the episode of Pimp My Setup. That's all happening on the computer. So it's going to be nice to actually be able to see the person, and they're like, hey, look at this. And I'm like, yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's good. It's great. Now these two things, a lot of you guys are saying I need to get a blow dryer, hair dryer, and just kind of iron them out a little bit. So I will be doing that and finding a spot for it. They're not going to work over here anymore, but maybe in this corner. I don't know. We'll see. And yes, we finally got the curtains in, and it looks great. Now, these need to be shortened a little bit. I'm going to have my grandma do it. Grandma's for the win! That way it just kind of lays perfectly with the floor. But this is great because during the summer, although we're going to have fans, I could just go in here, open the double door, and close this over and not worry too much. And it looks great. It really does. And it blacks out all the light. That's tinted now. We're going to tint the inside too. But, I mean, it's tinted. There's no light from the outside in here. So I really, really like that. Now, one of the next big things I need to do is finally paint this. But I have to wait for it to be a good temperature outside because I'm also going to be touching some paint up on the outside, like on these steps, because those look awful. I also really need to power wash these doors down, which is another thing that I've been waiting on. And I need to replace this, because this one's good. Replace this, and we might get red bulbs to come out here. And then I want to plant some flowers. Now I'm sounding like a fruitcake here, but honestly, that's one of the things I want to do. I'm going to get some stepping stones because this grass is awful, and hopefully it grows back this season, but we'll see about that. One of my favorite things is the fact that the tripod is gone. Now, some of you may have noticed, some of you may have not. The tripod is over here in the corner. I'm going to clean that up later on, but look at that. So it's just a simple mount. I'll link it down below. It goes up on the wall like that, and it supports a lot of weight. People use it primarily for projectors, and that's why it was perfect, holding the GH4 mounted, and it looks like it's floating. Now, as far as the cabling and everything goes, that's one of the next things I have to work on. I'm gonna actually feed it through one of these metal tubes, kind of give it that cool look, but it was just kind of like a test to make sure it worked, and it's great, and I love it. And it also has an AC adapter, so this thing is always powered up, and I could just kind of like give it a sec here. I can just zoom in and out, which is perfect. And yeah, it works great. And I really, really like that. Now the camera mount is freaking awesome and it looks great. But one thing I like even more than that is this. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Seriously though, the Shure SM7B, this thing is so cute. I haven't used it on an episode of Pimp My Setup yet. Well, actually, by the time you're watching this, I have, but I can't wait. This is my dream microphone. I love you. Some of you may be wondering why I have it on this thing. Trust me, I'm not going to have it on a tabletop stand forever. I want to get another mic arm like the Rode PSA1 or the Heil PL, whatever the hell. But I also was looking at the Yellow Tech ones, and I'm trying to figure out what I should do. Of course, it needs to hold a lot of weight. And those are the more expensive ones, $100 to $300. So I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. For now, I'm just gonna leave it on this. I mean, it is a little tall for my liking, and that's all the way down. So I don't know. I think that should work, but we'll see what happens, y'all. I also fixed this table finally. I used to go like this during an episode of Pimp My Setup, like, go to type, and it would be like, but now it doesn't do that, and I'm very happy about that. So there we go. That's all the changes I've made so far, and it definitely felt like a lot more, but now that I made this video, I guess it really wasn't. But a lot of changes that needed to be made, and I'm excited to kind of keep pimping this out. I'm excited to finally paint the molding, fix the outside a little bit, power wash everything, get that other TV mounted, and clean up that corner with some of the work stuff that I was using. But for the most part, this is looking good, and we're definitely getting closer to being able to do a shed tour, and I'm just excited. It's definitely feeling a lot more homey in here. I just come in here and I'm like, I like this. I like it. Hopefully the microphone was good for when I was behind the camera, because I want to bring it to Disney World, but if it sucks, I'm gonna be so angry. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a shed Q&A. I don't know. Maybe not. Nah, maybe not. Maybe I will. Nah, maybe not. Nah, maybe I will. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget, I'm not feeling you not. Get out of my face. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the Flippity Flop. Yeah. God damn, that was so fucking cringy.